Let's go ahead and walk the dog a little bit. Do a little work. I just need a little bit of your time. It's 9 o'clock. I just need a little bit of your time. I ain't gonna keep y'all all night. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? Don't keep too long. Genesis chapter 49. Let's look at about verse 5. Genesis chapter 49, about verse 5. Thank the Lord. Was she in holler? On here? That's a verse. Not for real. I done saw her back there before she was holler. I know she's sleeping. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. O my soul, come not thou into their secret. Unto their assembly my honor, be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and scatter them in Israel. Now let's go back and let's look at the name of Simeon and see what that means, because we're going to deal with a little bit of that tonight too. Y'all know what Levi mean, don't it? Glover, what Levi name means? Join, man, meaning we're going to be one. Let's go around here to Genesis chapter 29. Genesis chapter 29, about verse 33. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. The people of God going to be hated by the people of this world. It just is what it is. And y'all going to have to be willing to deal with that. I know it's a lot of niggas don't like me. Niggas I probably don't even know. And guess what? I don't even care. I ain't care what a nigga thought about me. Literally, all jokes aside, since about 1992. I really didn't care too much when I was younger, like elementary school level. But by the time I got to middle school, I never cared what a nigga thought about me. I never cared what a nigga had to say about me. I didn't inquire, be like, oh, such and such said this about you. I didn't even want to know. I don't even care. I don't even want to inquire. I don't care. Niggas been calling me crazy and all type of stuff since high school. Help me bear witness to it. I never cared. I'm speaking the truth and I'm going to stand on it. I'm a man. I ain't going to be moved. When you get worried about what people think and say about you, you already got a problem. That means your whole thought process and value and opinion is heavily too invested in the wrong people. Only time you should be worried about what somebody think or say to you is somebody who will counsel or opinion you value and respect. Like I was telling y'all last night, I was talking to Pell about it. Like my homeboy Damon dying. That's a little different because I respected Damon. So when Damon said something to me, when we were coming up, remember, he was 2 years older than me. But to some of us, even though a lot of us, like his cousin Nick, he wasn't number like 2 years older than Nick. But because of the level of wisdom that he kind of had when we were younger, even though he wasn't that older than us, to us, it was like he was way older. So when he came and said stuff to us, I'm going to weigh that out because Cousin Damon said. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to listen to that because Cuz said. If Big Cuz said, the big homie said, I got to weigh that out because I value what he said. You know what I'm talking about? Even with my little sister, with little mother, if I tell her something, she going to weigh that out. Not just because I teach the word, because I'm her brother. She value and respect what I say. So she going to consider what I got to say. Whether she want to hear it or not, that's what she going to do. But Genesis chapter 29 and 32. He said, she conceived again and bare a son and said, because y'all have heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son. She called his name Simeon. That's going to be important for us in a minute. Now we sit back, now we go back over here to Genesis 49. I want you to see what he said he'll divide them in Jacob, scatter them in Israel. Let's go over here to Matthew chapter 10. Because niggas always scream about we need to be united. We need unity. We need to be one. Can't unite and unify with everybody. Because everybody might not. And Jimmy, now we got a lot of stuff to deal with. And Lord willing, we got to deal with. There's a lot of stuff that's in my mind tonight. I was going to talk to y'all about some of the stuff I was speaking to them brothers with earlier, but I wouldn't insult your intelligence with. Y'all give me a second to get where I need. Y'all bear with me. I know my voice is a little bad. It gets very late. About John chapter 10. Matthew chapter 10, by verse 34. Just listen to what he said now. He said they cruel. He said, I done united them in Israel, but I'm going to divide. Let's see why. Let's see why. Thank the Lord for the truth. Think not that I come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that take not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. He that find his life shall lose it, and he that loses life for my sake shall find it. He that receive you receive me, and he that receive me receive him that sent me. Now this is something I done said to y'all 1,000 times, I'm going to say it again. And you receiving me, you not receiving me. You receiving Yahshua. With me, you ain't receiving Yahshua, you receiving Yah. So when I tell y'all to do stuff and you don't do it, you rejecting God. You just need to know that. I just want y'all to know it. But you see how he said your enemies will be there in your own household? He said, I got to unite. He said, I got to divide them in Israel. Divide them and scatter them in Israel. Divide them in Jacob, scatter them in Israel. Now why would you sit here and say they divided? Now he just man just sit back and say it, that the house is divided. And a man's foe is going to be of his own house. Why would he say that? John chapter 1. Because it can't be no unity. After that, Amos chapter 3. Can't be no unity we ain't on the same page. So I'm telling you right now, if you don't smoke crack, and you want to marry that woman and she smoke crack, you gonna marry her. It don't make no sense if you ain't a junkie for you to marry a junkie. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. You attract people that like you. If you got some bad habits, because I know after a while, I come up around here, I'm dealing with a woman, I find out she got some things I don't care for, I'm going to get rid of you. I don't do that type of stuff, I'm good. One thing when I was in the streets, man, I ain't want no woman like to get high. I'm straight on that. You know what I'm talking about? Because there's some stuff you might do. I can't trust you. I don't like a woman that be all up in other niggas' face. You ain't trustworthy. You know what I'm talking about? That's just real. I just sit back and watch. A woman like to be all up in men's face. I want nothing to do with you. I'm straight. John chapter 1 by verse 9. Make it verse 7. We'll go with verse 5. Matter of fact, verse 4 looks good to me. It said, in him was life, and the life was the light of men. The light shined in darkness, and the darkness comprehended not. Like I was speaking to the young man earlier. See, guess what? Light shine in a dark place. Y'all ever walk in the room, cut on some light? See, darkness can't comprehend it. Hold what you got. Go get John chapter 3. Let's make it verse 19. Well, you know where you're going. All right, well, talk to me then. You do? Talk to me. No, I was just saying that wasn't literal, but I appreciate it, bro. See, you got your mohawk. Why you get that boy a mohawk? That's what you like. What you want a mohawk for? You think that cool? Oh, what you think that cool? Nigga, you better get a fade, nigga, around the boy. What's your name, Sean Cole? Are you? That'd be glad you ain't none of my sons. I said, nigga, clean that up, get that nigga a little fade. I ain't with no mohawk in your head, boy. But you all right, you like it, I love it. John 3:19. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world. Men love darkness rather than light because the deeds were evil. That's why the darkness can't comprehend it. See, y'all wonder why people say, hey man, why you don't do this, why you don't do that? Can't come to agreement when we on the wrong side of things. I'm going to show y'all something about that in a minute. Thank the Lord. For everyone that do evil hate the light, neither come to the light lest the deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth come to the light, that his deeds may be manifested. They're wrought in God. Y'all know what I tell y'all about this. They're talking about roaches. What y'all know happen when roaches come in and you cut the light on? What roaches do? They scatter. What you think sinners do when the word comes? They scatter. Man told y'all to divide you and scatter in Jacob and scatter you in Israel, right? Look at something in Exodus chapter 32. Huh? Y'all talk to me. Y'all all right on the phone? Everybody all right? All right. Talk to me now. Everybody all right? Exodus chapter 32, man. Let's look. Watch what you're doing now. Pay attention. You'll be moving too fast. Exodus 32 by verse 23. Matter of fact, make it 20. Because see, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all do just like your forefathers did in the wilderness. Y'all like to rise up and play. See, y'all like to play too much. Big grown niggas want to play all the time. Don't make it 19. And it came to pass, as soon as he came nigh to the camp, he saw the calf and the dancing, and Moses' anger waxed hot, and he cast the tables out of his hand and brake them beneath the mount. Anybody brethren? Yahweh, Glover, Barry, Tail, Brian, what y'all think they're talking about when you see this man running with these tables in his hand and they broke? What y'all think that's talking about? I'm talking to the brethren right now. Work with me now. I don't think these women sitting there looking, I don't think they know either. But what y'all think this is? You don't know. We're going to see if you know. Because you don't know. So I ain't never talked to you before. What y'all think that means, brother, when you see him walking with the tables of stone in his hand, he's throwing down and breaking?
Yeah, that was when they were worshiping his hand.
Yeah, but what is it showing you when he broke these tables of stone?
And he was angry.
Exactly. Hebrews chapter 8, verse 7. Come on with it. We come on back to Exodus 32. We can still hold in John chapter 1. You all right, Fred? You're tired. That's why you got the funny face. You just tired. That's all. Hebrews chapter 8, verse 7. For if that first covenant had been faultless, there should have no place been sought for the second, for finding fault with them. And when Moses broke it, did he find fault with these people? Now how many people miss that? How many of y'all knew that for just now? You knew that already? I don't believe it. You knew that already? I don't believe it. Yeah, we done went over it before you too. You just wasn't with it. Huh? Yeah, I might have told y'all that. I just messing with you. It's old information. But some of these people on here ain't never heard it before. But we ain't dealt with it in a long. I think we dealt with that at the time out. That was a long time ago. Some of y'all wasn't with us. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the day comes, saith y'all, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. That's all we just need to go so you can catch that. That's what you need to know that. That's Exodus chapter 32. It's always good to come and bring stuff back to your remembrance, right? Because, Glover, you remember it once I said it then. We did this a long time ago. We in verse 20. And he took the calf which they had made and burned it with fire and ground it to powder and started upon the water and made the children of Israel to drink. You drink of it. And see what happened? That was some of y'all like to do. What we read in the verse, y'all like to rise up and play. See, they supposed to have been waiting to get the tables of stone to get the word, but they couldn't wait. They wanted to play. That's what some of y'all want to do. It's time for you to hear the word. You want to play. You want to play on your phone. You want to text. You want to get on the line. You want to dig in your nose. You want to fart. You want to go run around here and do this. You want to run around and go do that. Better consider it. And Moses said unto Aaron, what did this people unto thee that thou hast brought so great sin upon them? And Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou know the people that they're set on mission. That's some of y'all. Set on mission. Y'all wonder why I get angry. Because you see, Moses was hot. Y'all wonder why I get angry. And he said, for they said unto me, make us gods which shall go before us, for as is Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what has become of him. And I said unto them, whosoever have any gold, let them break it off. So they gave it to me. Then I cast it into the fire, and there came out this calf. And when Moses saw that the people were naked, for Aaron had made them naked unto their shame amongst their enemies, sin exposed, then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, who is on Yah's side? And let him come unto me. And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him. See those that join? Now you got to ask yourself, if you on Yah's side, you going to gather yourself unto him. Then you just deal with last night when you blow the trumpet, that's when you're supposed to be gathered. Look what he tells. And he said unto them, thus saith Yah God of Israel, put every man his sword in his side, go in and out from the gate throughout the camp, and slay every man his brother, every man his companion, every man his neighbor. And the children of Levi did according to the word of Moses, and there fell about that day about 3,000 men. Again, with them 3,000 men dropping that day on the mount, what that 3,000 take us back to, gentlemen? Who know what that Exactly. Take us right back to the book of Acts when the 3,000 people were spared one. When the 3,000 people were baptized one. 3,000 people died that day. 3,000 people were saved that day one. Acts chapter 2. in the same place when the covenant was being brought. Because when they got delivered on Pentecost, that's when the covenant was being brought, what? The new covenant, that is. Or as some of our brothers like to say when they don't like to say new, renewed covenant, as it's putting re in front of it, make it any different. He just said, I got to come with something better because I found fault with you niggas. That's why these Christian people kill me. He ain't find no fault with no word. Acts chapter 2, verse 40. Make it 38. Matter of fact, let's just make it 36. We still holding John chapter 1 and Genesis 49. We're going to want to walk. We're going to do some walking tonight. Therefore, let all the house of Israel know assuredly that God has made the same Yahshua whom you have crucified, Lord and Messiah. Now, when they heard this, they were pricked in their heart. And when they said unto Peter and to the rest of the apostles, men and brethren, what shall we do? See, that's what's the something that don't happen with y'all. Y'all get cut in your heart. You don't ask, what should we do? You kick. Because he said, Jeshurun wax fat and kick. And that's all. Only difference is you ain't wax fat. Then Peter said unto them, repent and be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Yahshua the Messiah, for the remission of sins, and you shall receive the gift of the Ruach HaKodesh. For the promise is unto you and to your children and to all that are afar off, as many as Yah our God shall call. Now this man that made this promise, and he's calling you to the word. Now we dealing with that I did not come to bring peace, I came to bring division, a separation, sanctification. It's simple as that. Just like this here. We got our brother from Detroit on here right now. The Lord got us dealing with him because he's a like mind. If he wasn't a like mind, we wouldn't deal with him. Ain't got nothing to do personally against him. But if you ain't on the same type of time we on, don't make no sense for us to be fooled up with you. Simple as that. But when you are one mind and one heart, like the book says, we can roll with each other. That means we're not divided. We still got to get to Amos chapter 3. I ain't forgot about that. They said, and with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, save yourselves from this untoward generation. Why y'all think I be on y'all, warning y'all that you need to save yourself from these people? And they that gladly received his word were baptized, and the same day were added unto them about 3,000 souls. Come on back to Exodus 32. Everybody all right? Y'all bear with me, my boy gonna be gone a little bit. He might come back tomorrow, I don't know. We stopped about verse 28, but look what he said about verse 29 though, because it's what we came here for. For Moses has said, consecrate yourselves today to Yah, every man upon his son and upon his brother, that he may bestow you a blessing this day. So if you want to get a blessing from God, that means you're going to have to set yourself apart. You're not going to get no blessing from God linked up with everything. It's just not going to happen. Hold on, look at Amos 3 and 3. Then we come over to 2 Corinthians chapter 6. It's just not going to happen. It can't happen. There's no schisms in God's body. Ain't no schisms in the Messiah body. That's utterly crazy. We can look, thank the Lord, thank the Lord. I don't want to get too far off in it, but we got to go. I got to go with it straight also. I got some other stuff we got to deal with tonight. You know what? I still ain't finished that Genesis 26 for y'all. Maybe we'll get to it tomorrow. Maybe we won't. Lord knows. Amos chapter 3. By verse 3. Matter of fact, make it verse 1. Make it verse 1. Hear this word that Yah has spoken against you. Hear this word that Yah has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you own it, you own it, you own it, have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Can two walk together except they be agreed? That man said that he didn't come to bring peace, he came to bring a sword. He said, ain't nowhere in the world two people going to be able to walk together unless they be agreed. Now he said Simeon and Levi, mean hated and joined. Hated and joined. You think those that hate God going to be able to be joined together? They not walking together, they can't be agreed. That's why we went to see what Simeon name meant. Y'all already knew what Levi name meant. Y'all didn't put that two together that he said Simeon and Levi together, and I'm going to divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. Come on over here back to John chapter 1. See, some of y'all problem is y'all still want to be joined to people who hate God. That man said, consecrate yourself to this day. See, Aaron was more concerned with the people. I was worried about the people, so I didn't want to upset them. You know something about me? I don't care about damn one of you niggas being upset with me. You will get over it. I guarantee you that. I put my paycheck on. You get over it. You get over it. If you don't, you go to hell. Either way it go, ain't gonna be no skin on my body. Bet you that. I ain't gonna lose no sleep by it. Verse 5 one more time on John chapter 1. And the light shined in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended not. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. The same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men might believe. He was not that light, but he was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which light every man that cometh to the world. He was in the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came into his own, and his own received him not. But he was joined to y'all. They didn't receive him. He didn't receive him. Remember, he said, I chose you out of the world. Look at Genesis 49 one more time. Look at what he said. We ain't even dealt with they got instruments of cruelty in their habitation. We ain't even got to that yet. There's a few things we ain't even got yet. We ain't even touched. We just dealing with this consecration right now. We dealing with this separation and division. I want y'all to look at it one more time here in verse 8. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce. Their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. Now this man he came to bring division, right? He came to bring a separation. He said, sanctify them with thy truth. Thy word is truth, right? He said, I sanctify myself by the truth, that they might sanctify themselves by the truth. So that means we're going to have to be set apart. Because you see the children of Levi, the one got up and said, we'll be with you, and killed the people, right? 1 Corinthians chapter 1. First Corinthians chapter 1. About verse 10. Now you all right on that? That fan ain't messing with you. Everybody all right? To our viewers, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Appreciate you. You know, that's just my thing, Father. Make sure everybody all right. Got a little bit of time. We got to put some time in. It's not ain't it? It's the Lord's thing. You got your socks on. You got your good socks on, huh? 1 Corinthians 1 and 2. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahshua the Messiah, that you all speak the same thing, and that there be no division among you, but that you be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment. Now I'm sit back and tell you, Kel labor with me in this work. And Lord, he'll be with us soon. We got the same mind, same judgment, speak the same mind. I guarantee you, if you go tell son, he gonna tell you the same exact thing I'm gonna tell you. Matter of fact, it just happened earlier with Catherine. Catherine came to him, he said, I don't know what you thought I was gonna tell you something different than what he already told me. I don't want you to know that. We got one more man, we got to get him right. We got one more man, we got to get him right, because he got tightened up. Lord, will we get him? Y'all might see him. Y'all might actually get a chance to see him. We got to get him right, though. Listen to what he says. For it has been declared unto me of you, my brethren, by them which are the house of Chloe, that there are contentions among you. Now this I say, that every one of you say, I am of Paul, I am of Apollos, I am of Cephas, I am of the Messiah. Is the Messiah divided? Was Paul crucified for you? Were you baptized in the name of Paul? I thank God that I baptized none of you, but Crispus and Gaius, lest that any should say that I baptized in my own name. And I baptize also the household of Stephanus. Besides, I knew not whether I baptized any other. For the Messiah sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with wisdom or words, lest the cross of the Messiah should be made of none effect. I'll tell you something now. I ain't come here to give y'all no wisdom. Do I tell y'all how my wisdom, how I feel? I just tell you what this book says. If I tell you what this book says, you don't listen to it, then you are an idiot and you're divided. You would be those that he's talking about. I'm going to divide you and scatter you. Because you know what he means when he scatters. What you think that's talking about, love, when he said I'm going to scatter you? Let's go over
They're
here.
gonna cut you off.
So you better know. Let's go over here to Matthew chapter 13. How's your word with me? How's your word with me? We got another viewer. We appreciate you. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. About verse 37. Matthew chapter 13, about verse 37. Let's see what the Lord say. He answered and said unto them, He that sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, but the good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sows them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burnt in the fire, so shall it be at the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Now the only people that's going to be divided is because their anger was fierce and they were cursed, right? Because he said curse be the anger, right? See, now we got to see why they were angry. And then it can come into the other stuff that we're talking about. Let's look at Amos chapter 5. Because remember, we're dealing with Simeon. Simeon was hated. He said, I will hate it. So he said, my husband going to love me now because I will hate it. So let's look at Amos chapter 5, about verse 8. If I can get there. 5 and 8 what I want? 5 and 8 is good. 5 and 8 is good. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Huh? You alright over there? Go, I'm talking this old big head thing over here. Seek to him that made the 7 stars in Orion and turned the shadow of death into the morning. He said you need to seek to him that turned the shadow of death in the morning. Then he said the light shined in the darkness and the darkness couldn't comprehend it not. So ain't he telling you to seek to the Messiah because he took the shadow of death and turned it into the morning, didn't he? If any of y'all heard us preaching Wednesday night, didn't we talk about this here? Say pain endure for a night, but what come in the morning, brother? Joy. And what they joyful when they see him early that first day of the week. So he took that shadow of death and he turned it into light. So we say turn it in the morning, that means turn it into light. He turned it into light. That means, brethren, what he turned it into? I just told you. It's light. Turn it into light. And make the day dark with night, that call for the waters of the sea and pour them upon the face of the earth. Yah is his name. That strengthens the spoils against the strong, so that the spoils shall come against the fortress. They hate him that rebuke in the gate, and they abhor him that speak uprightly. Now listen to what he said. Said he strengthens the spoiled against the strong, so that the spoils shall come against the fortress. What could this mean? Gentlemen, any of y'all know what this could mean? Anybody know possibly what this could mean? About the strengthening coming against the spoil. Strengthening the spoil against the strong, so that the spoil shall come against the fortress. Well, let's see how he strengthened the spoil against the strong. Luke chapter 22. Off the word with me. Luke chapter 22, about verse 41. Make it 39. Let me get a little drink of water. For the evening throat. Just need a little water. Luke 22 and 39, and he came out and went as he wont to the Mount of Olives, and his disciples also followed him. And when he was at the place, he said unto them, Pray ye that you enter not into temptation. And he was withdrawn from them about a stone's cast, and kneeled down and prayed, saying, Father, thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. And there appeared the angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him. Now it just said that he'll strengthen the spoiled against the strong. Now we see him being strengthened. Y'all remember how it said Joseph abode in the strength of God? In Genesis 49, who remember that? Raise your hand if you remember. Nobody remembers it, huh? Genesis chapter 49. I know it was a long time ago. That was about at the beginning of the year. But why that stuff be left behind so you can come back and look at it later. Genesis chapter 49. Let's look at about verse 25. Make sure that's what I want. It's actually verse 24. We'll start at verse 22. Genesis 49, verse 22. Genesis 49, verse 22. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over a wall. The archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him. They shot at him and Simeon. But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hand were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. For this is the shepherd and stone of Israel. Now we just seen the angel coming to strengthen this man, didn't we? Now he said he abode in strength. How would he abide in the strength of God? Come on over here to Isaiah chapter 26. I'll show you how he abided in it. Thank the Lord. Something else on the mind. Isaiah 26 and 3. This is how some of y'all need to look. See, the reason why y'all ain't got no perfect peace is because this very matter right here. Isaiah 26 and 3. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee because he trusts in thee. We see as Joshua was about to be killed, he called on the Father and didn't. Mind was stayed on him. So he had peace. Hold what you got. Come on over here to John chapter 14. So he said perfect peace. See if that's what I want. John chapter 14, verse 27. That's how you abide in the strength of God right here. Peace I leave. As a matter of fact, 25 is good. Do it like that. These things have I spoken unto you, being yet present with you. But the Comforter, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance whatsoever I said unto you. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Now you know that was his flesh, and it was written that he would have a little trepidation. But you see, he was ready to stand, wasn't he? Because he abode in the strength of God. He said, well, the peace of my God is with me. Come on back, because he had it was in perfect peace. His mind was stayed on him. See, the reason why some of y'all ain't got no perfect peace, because your mind not stayed on God. Your mind on everything else except God's word. You let all this stuff come in and interfere. That's what happens. He told you perfect love cast out fear, because fear has torment. You understand what I'm telling you? So if you got perfect peace, that means man, how many of y'all ever wake up with this man on your mind and go to sleep with him on your mind? Some of y'all go to sleep with a whole bunch of other stuff on your mind, and it interferes. Because then it's got to get on the point of, if this man on your mind 24/7, then it ought to be a change in your behaviors and thought process, on your outlook on life, on every facet and thing of your life. But she don't always look great. This is how you look over there. I thought you were around there cutting the rug or something. Back to Isaiah 26. I ain't trying to be fun. This is how you look, like you were doing something great. You all right? You all right? Isaiah 26 and 4. He say, trust ye in Yah forever, for in Yah is everlasting strength. And look what he say happened. For he bring down them that dwell on high. The lofty city he lay it low. He lay it low even to the ground. He bring it even to the dust. Now, I can remember, now we got to lift it up on high. And he brought him down, didn't he? Straight to the dust, just like he said then. But see, now we got to deal with how he strengthened them against the strong. Let's see how he strengthened them against the strong. John chapter 18. John chapter 18, about verse 1. And he said that he strengthened the spoil. So if he's spoiled, what that mean if he's spoiled? Huh? Yeah, they take your stuff on. John chapter 18 and 1. When Yahshua had spoken these words, he went forth with his disciples over the brook Cedron, where was a garden into which he entered and his disciples. And Judas also, which betrayed him, knew the place where Yahshua oftentimes resorted hither with his disciples. Judas then, having received a band of men and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees, come thither with lances, torches, and weapons. So that sounds like somebody who's being spoiled as the strong coming against him. But see, even when these things coming to happen, guess what you got to do? You got to stand. You got to stand. What did Yahshua do? Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8, about verse 33. Verse 34, 35 is good. Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Thank the Lord. Who shall separate us from the love of the Messiah? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution? Because ain't they coming to persecute? Wouldn't you call that a distressful situation? Wouldn't you call this a troublous situation? Or famine? So you think if you ain't got no food, you gotta stop loving God? Or nakedness? Or you ain't got no clothes, so you gonna stop obeying God? Or peril because you're in a little trouble? Or the sword because you're gonna die? He said, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long, we are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, he said, absolutely not. He said, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. So he said, we are more than conquerors through the man who gave his life for us, who went through the same exact thing. The man said he had nowhere to lay his head at. He said, for I am persuaded, I'm convinced, that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in the Messiah, Yahshua our Lord. Some of y'all easily separated. That's why Catherine ain't here with her. She was easily separated. She was easily separated. She was easily separated. Some of y'all, it's going to take the right situation and circumstance. You'll be separated too. That's all it's going to take. That's all it's going to take. That's all it's going to take. Some of y'all ain't going to be willing to stay. It's just going to be honest. It's going to be some people who are going to be joined to us, Lord permit, in the future. They're not going to be able to stand. Some of y'all are only willing to do so much. And once you get to your boiling point, you be like, I can't go no more. It's too much for me. Let's tell you now. Just give an example. When you heard a nigga say, at least I tried. I give up. I got too much going on. All it takes is the right situation and circumstance, because you're not abiding in the strength of God. So since you're not abiding in the strength, when that strong comes, you get full, you're going to quit. Let's see how this falls. Come on back to this in John 18 and what else. Oh, thank the Lord. John 18, 19 might not be what I want. It might not be else. Yeah, in John 19, verse 23. Thank the Lord. I think it's Sunday in 1 Corinthians I want to. We'll go back around now. Then the soldiers, when they had crucified Yahshua, took his garments, made 4 parts to every soldier, a part, and also his coat, Now the coat was without seam, woven from the top throughout. Now it's funny how these people always talk about these men walking around with these togas and robes on, and this man got a coat. You always see how they make the scene, how our forefathers dress. Now Quad know better than I can. Quad, you come on in on this here. And you think our forefathers were dressing like them Roman sisters? Hold on, wait for him. You hear me, Quad? I guess he don't hear me. He get back running. But that's real though. Y'all see he got a coat. Y'all know who else had a coat? Who else had a coat, love? Brethren, who else had a coat? Besides Joseph.
What's the dude's name? Is Mordecai.
Samuel had a coat. His mama made him a coat. I've been supposed to show y'all that about 3-4 months ago. He ain't had me deal with it. I've been supposed to did it. He didn't take me in that direction. And you know why he ain't taking us in that direction? For some of the stuff you niggas been doing. That was just done for informational purpose. Y'all went to doing other stuff, so you didn't get that information. And when I say other stuff, when I say y'all, I don't just be referring just to one individual, because if one person do it, that's representative of us all. Got to get out of that individualistic mentality. Well, I didn't do it with me, man. You got nothing to do with me. Can't think like that. Verse 24. They said, therefore, among themselves, let us not rent it, but cast lots for it. Who shall it be? That the scripture might be fulfilled, which saith, they parted my raiment among them, and my vesture they did cast lots. These things, therefore, the soldiers did. So that sounds like the spoiled was strengthened against the strong, because he strengthened them, right? But then he said the strengthened will destroy their fortress. Come back to Amos chapter 5. So remember now, he divided them in Israel. We ain't even dealt with how cursed their anger is. We ain't even dealt with that yet. We still ain't even did in their self-will that they slew a man. We ain't even dealt with there was instruments of cruelty in their habitation. This we shall do, if the Lord permits. This we shall do. We all right? How long y'all think we've been rolling? You think we've been rolling a long time? So we sure have it. We ain't been doing that, maybe about 40 minutes. Still got 2 more hours to go. You ready? You can hold out for 2 more hours? Now what your mouth say? See if you niggas be around here slobbing out the mouth. Like, I'm drunk. You gonna see now. Well, hold on, what he said? And the spoil shall come against the fortress. What y'all think that means, brethren? About the spoil come against the fortress. Now talk to me now. I know y'all be having on your phone to mute, but I'm talking to the men because the women can't talk. So I need to know. Quab and Pale and Brian and Barry. What y'all think that? What y'all think? Go ahead. Hold on, well, talk to me about the garments though, because I know you on that type of stuff. You think our forefathers dressed like the Roman sisters? But why these people around here think our forefathers dressed like the Roman sisters? Sure, I ain't even talking about them. I'm talking about Israelites think we around here dressing like that. And the reason why I say that, I seen another stupid nigga talking about these brothers out here talking about women can't wear no pants. So what you thought them women were wearing back then? So you don't thought them men were wearing pants? You niggas so dumb to think we were walking. What you think we were wearing? See, I always go to my brethren that know who a little bit more knowledgeable things than I am. Because I know Quad know about the garments, because they wear some Hebrew garments. You know what I'm talking about? So I know he would know. You know what I'm talking about? I know full well these stupid retarded niggas don't think them women will walk around there wearing no pants 2,000 years ago. But what y'all think that means, brethren, when he talking about the strength and the spoil to come against the fortress? Brethren, any of y'all know what that means? Now we just dealt with that the strength, he'll strengthen the spoil against the strong, and then the spoil. So we know who the spoil is, brethren. Who is the spoil? So now if the spoil is Yahshua and he come against the fortress, what fortress would he be coming against? He would be coming against their fortified things.
I caught on why he said he strengthened.
Remember now he said he strengthened the spoiled against the strong. Remember they turned around and spoiled this man. He strengthened them by the faith in God, strengthened them with the angel. He came against the strong. The strong is the multitude who sought to kill him. Remember, we dealing with Simeon and Levi. They hate him that is joined. The people who came against him to take him down hated him because he was joined to God. John chapter 10, verse 30. Look at how he came against the courts. See, y'all want to know how you can be able to come against people because you got to abide in the strength of God and they can't do nothing to you. You'll be able to stand. But see, y'all abide in your own strength. That's why you fall. John chapter 10, verse 30. I and my Father are one. So what he just said, brethren? Said he would join. Then the Jews took up stones again to stone him. Yahshua answered them, many good works have I showed you from my Father. For which of these works do you stone me? The Jews answering said, for a good work we stone thee not, but for blasphemy, because thou, being a man, make thyself God. Brethren, who y'all remember told y'all that a man would make himself God, but he was just a man? Who remember who said that? Who remember who told you about that? We're not going to go read it. I'm just going to see who remember who told you about it. John ain't tell you that. Who told you, what prophet told you about a man who said he would be God, but he would just be a man? Pale, go ahead and tell me. Okay, he don't know this. He do know, he just ain't there for him. You know? Moses ain't tell you that. Ezekiel told you that. Ezekiel told you that. Told you, he said, you sit in the seat of God, but you are a man. Thou makest thyself God, but thou art a man. Right in Ezekiel 28 and 1. Who told you about it? That's why the people turn around and say that. See, but you got to sit back and look at it. Come on and hold what you got. 1 John chapter 3, verse 1. It go right back to this consecration and separating yourself and who's on y'all's side. That's what we got to ask y'all. Who is on y'all's side? Whose side you on? Thank the Lord. We got another one right after that. 1 John 3 and 1. Lord, the Lord is outstanding. After that, we go to 1 Kings chapter 18. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Now, it's a little different now. Because everybody screamed they're a child of God. And you know what? You would be right. You know what the question that you got to ask? Which one? Which one? Which one? Hold what you got. Give me 2 Corinthians chapter 4. We come back to 1 John 3. Because remember, the light shine in the darkness comprehended not. I'm going to show you why they can't comprehend it. We go to 2 Corinthians chapter 11 after this here. And then we'll still get back to 1 Kings chapter 18. And we'll get back to Genesis 49. All these things we'll do if the Lord permits. I had a nigga tell me you can't control your thoughts today. He said, you mean to tell me if you see a woman you don't love? I said, you know the difference between me and you? If I know looking at a woman booty gonna make me lust, you know what I'm gonna do? Drop my head. Don't make no sense. I'm sitting there and telling you, niggas talk all the trash they want to. If you like women, you can't sit there and look at a woman, especially if you like what she look like, and you be saying that up and down. Don't think no impurity gonna come in your mind. Common sense tell you stop looking. Because if you can look at a woman and don't nothing come in, and you don't feel nothing inwardly about that woman, you might be a faggot. You know what I'm talking about? That's just be honest with you. That don't mean nigga can see a woman be like, she got a nice shape. That don't mean you lustful. She fine, she look good. That means you like what you see. But then when that next thing and they go to jingling and you looking at titties and now your mind going to somewhere else, it's time for you to stop looking. That same thing go for you women. Y'all around here Googling and Googling, you better get your eyes off that man been done went to hell. But turn your head. I'm just telling you, that's the best thing to do. I'm going to tell you, average man told me in the street, every time I used to be in the street preaching, average man tell me, I got a problem with lust. He said, the women my problem. Average man, that'd be their biggest problem. They can conquer anything else. But he let you know, I like women, I don't like no booty. You know what I'm talking about? So you know what it comes down to? Don't look at it. You see that woman walking past, and you already know you got a problem with that conversation. Tell you, boy, you better walk, boy, you better go that way. You a woman, you know you got a problem with lust, better stop looking. Better get it out your mind. Better think about something else, because you've been done let your nigga part send you to hell. And it's like this here, if you don't been done went to lusting about something, you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up going to do it after a while. You sit around and think about something on something too long, you're gonna end up doing it after a while. You're gonna sit back and think, boy, I sure would. I just seen a nigga on there talking about, I'm chilling, drinking for all my Toro B, and people, nigga got a red apple ale in his hand. Sit your dumb butt down. You ain't praying no Lord, no beer in your hand, nigga. You know what's gonna happen? You sit around thinking about drinking a beer too long, you're gonna go get you a six-pack. Sit around thinking about you want some wine, you want some liquor, you're gonna be like, I ain't gonna drink but a little bit. Next thing you know, it turned into a whole bottle. Now you're sitting around here drunk, slobbing on yourself. Sitting around talking about, boy, she look good, boy. Next thing you know, you like, hey, what's your name? Can I get your number? Next thing you know, she butt naked. On her bike. And I have it. How many of y'all done sat around talking about stuff you ain't got no business too long, then next thing you know you did it? So you just seen it when that nigga picked up her phone. Such a deep all you want. Am I lying though? How many of y'all, the raise your hand, how many times you just sat back and thought about something you ain't had no business, you thought about it too long, you went and did it? No, you were wrong. Went and did it anyway. Better check your thoughts. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. Make it verse 1. I'm here to help you out. I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you out. I'm like to say, this ain't out no boasting, no bragging. By the grace of God, I done acquire what you desire. That means I'm here to help you out. That means that man got me here for the specific purpose to help you out so you can get the same thing, so we can get you to acquire the same thing. You know what I'm talking about? We just dealt with not too long ago, y'all being made partaker of the gift that God gave to me. So that means he didn't give it to me just for me to keep it to myself. He gave it to me to give to y'all. Now what you gonna do with it? All you niggas love gift. It's women in here. I ain't met a woman yet ain't love no gift. I know you love them. You be waiting for them too long. Burn your face up all you want. I gonna swing on me, this nigga here mad like I care. She'll be alright. Say, therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not. Since he done gave us their word, we don't receive mercy. I ain't gonna fall out. I'ma stand. But have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty. You see what he told us? We don't renounce the things that you hide in your heart of being dishonest. Telling lies. You don't talk about being deceitful, trying to be crafty. And he's going to tell you that. Not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of God deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, committing ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of God. But if our gospel be hid, it be hid to them that are lost. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of the Messiah, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. For we preach not ourselves, but the Messiah Yahshua the Lord, and ourselves your servant for Yahshua's sake. For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, hath shined in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge and glory of God in the faith of Yahshua the Messiah. That's what we here for. I'm here to preach the Lord to you, that you might get this life, that you might see the glory, that you might be saved. Like, what else you think I'm doing this for my health? Don't you know I can just lay somewhere and be sleeping and keep the Sabbath by myself? I ain't got to teach nobody. I'm like, yeah, I'm straight, I'm good. All I got to do is keep on standing. I ain't got to do nothing. I didn't wake up one day and say, I want to be a preacher. And I'm going to tell people to come listen to me preach and do all this stuff here. I didn't do that. It's not what I'm doing this for. And you think I like my voice to go out every 3-4 days? You think I like to sit down and have to deal with people's attitudes? Stuff they got going on in their life? I mean, I just not that I don't care about what stuff people got going on in their life, but I got to balance what everybody got going on. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody called me, I got to sit down, I got to deal with what they got going on. Try to help them get to a conclusion. I got to help y'all grow and mature to become full-fledged men and women. Not only just men and women, period, but then men and women of God at that. Got to teach you the word. And all these other things. You think I just want to do that there because I just want y'all to say I'm such a great dude? Do this because this man sent me to do this work. I got to preach this man. That's why this man sit back and tell you, now if I done gave you somebody to teach you about me, why you don't do what he says? Why you not standing on the word? You're getting the opportunity to save yourself. You're taking it for granted. You say, you know what? Don't worry about it. How many of y'all know? I've told you this before. You know it. If I tell you don't worry about it, that's not good. I just want y'all to know that now. If I'm talking to you and I be like, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It ain't good. Because that's when I'm about at the end of my rope and I'm going to be done with you. You know what I'm talking about? Or done with the situation. You don't want to hear that. I'm just telling you now. But look what he said, the God of this world. Come back to 1 John 3. Because he already told you, you are your father the devil. And the lust of your father ye will do. See, a lot of people, I'm a child of God. I would ask them, which God? It's many gods, ain't it? Hold on. Is that 2 Corinthians chapter 4? Let me see if that's 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Let me make sure that's what I'm talking about. Let me make sure that's what I'm talking about. Perry, you remember what that verse said? You know what I'm talking about. It escaped my mind right now. See, there's many gods and many lords that are things that are called God on the heaven and earth. It's many of those. But it's only one and two and living God, right? Everybody got the same creator, but does everybody have the same father? Everybody don't have the same father. Who your daddy is? You know who your daddy is? Who your daddy is? That's what you better say. 1 Corinthians chapter 8, y'all. I appreciate you, brother. So knowing, Sharon, that the Lord your daddy, why you don't do the things that please? Chapter 8. Why you don't do the things that please? You would want to please your father, would you not? 1 Corinthians chapter 8 by verse 4. As concerning therefore eating those things that are sacrificed, offered in sacrifice unto idols, we know that an idol is nothing in the world, and that there's none other God but one. For though there be there that are called gods, whether in heaven and earth, as there be many gods many and lords many, but to us there is but one God, the Father of whom are all things, and we in him, and one Lord, Yahshua the Messiah, by whom are all things, and we by him. So y'all can sit back and look at it, ain't but one God, right? But these people say, I'm a child of God. What God are you for? What God you a part of? 1 John chapter 3. So now you got to sit back and look at it. The man is setting up the process for you to become the sons of God. What is the process? Behold, what manner of love hath the Father bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world know us not, because it knew him not. Remember, he said, I divide them and scatter them. You think if these people were joined together, you don't think they wouldn't know who you were? You don't think they wouldn't know who he was? Because remember, they say they abhor him that speak uprightly and hate him that rebuke in the gate. We'll get to it in a minute. Behold, now we are the sons of God. It doth not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Some of y'all know y'all not going to be like him because you're not going to see him as he is, because you haven't become a son of God. It hasn't happened for you. And you got to ask yourself, why it hasn't happened? Because you haven't consecrated yourself. You partial. You halfway here, you halfway up. You hearing the truth, but it's not taking hold to you. 1 Kings chapter 18. This is what your problem is. I'm going to show you right here what your problem is. 1 Kings chapter 18, about verse 18. Matter of fact, make it 19. Thank the Lord. We appreciate y'all on here this evening. Appreciate y'all. Let's start bringing that back. That's what you. And he answered, I have not troubled Israel, but thou and thy father's house, and that you forsaken the commandments of Yah and has followed Baal. See, that's what some of y'all do, because see, y'all partial with it. You'll keep commandments when it's good for you. You'll follow instructions when it's good for you. But you be ready to go after your idols. You be ready to go after the thing that's in your heart that's more important to you than obeying God. Y'all be ready for that. Now therefore send and gather to me all Israel under Mount Carmel, and the prophets of Baal 450, and the prophets of the groves 400 who ate at Jezebel's table. So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together under Carmel. And Elijah came unto the people and said, How long halt ye between two opinions? If Yah be God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered not a word. How long y'all gonna be between two opinions? Because he said two can't walk together except they be agreed. How long y'all gonna be between two opinions? If y'all God, why don't you follow? If the man done showed you that he is a true and living God, why don't you follow? Because you walk between two opinions. See, you divided in your own mind. James chapter 1. I'm going to show you what y'all follow. I'm going to show you what your problem is. James chapter 1, verse 3. We'll make it to. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall in diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. See, a lot of times y'all be in a lot of stuff to prove y'all out, is to see how much you love God. But see, y'all ain't got no patience. And that's why you fall flat down on your face. Hold on, but let patience. Somebody just dropped off. Let's see who that was. Boy, I was buried. Hold on, y'all. I should have known. Nigga phone always fall off. Y'all all right? Sister bailed out, huh? I can't be mad at her. She ain't before you though. Alright. Quiet everybody. James chapter 1 verse 4. He say, but let patience have a perfect work, that you may be in perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Because y'all don't let patience have its complete work, that's why you're not entire. That's why you still lack. And if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, and he gives to all men liberally and upbraid not, and it shall be given him. But look what he said you do. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavers is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. So let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Since y'all halt between two opinions, that's why you ain't got no stability. Because the man told you, he that hear my words and hearken unto him, he said, I liken you to a man who built his house on a rock, right? So you wonder why you can go this way and you go that way and you ebbing and flowing? Because you're double-minded. You halt between two opinions. You don't believe y'all God. That's why you don't follow. That's why you go against his preachers. That's why you do it. If you believe y'all was God, there was no way in the world you could do that. See that man come back around, he sit there and show you, you're going to hell, keep doing what you're doing. Just let you know, he just let you know. Somebody going to hell, keep doing what you're doing. Keep thinking how you're thinking. That man will let you stay right in that stagnated spot, and you'll be just like Simeon and Levi, divided and scattered in Israel. Because they hate them that rebuke in the gate. Hate him that speak uprightly. Let's see how they hated him that spoke uprightly. Let's look at Matthew chapter 15. Excuse me, Matthew chapter 15. Matter of fact, let's look at Luke chapter 5. Let's look at about verse 29. We'll start there. We'll look at that first. Lord, we all right. We ain't even touched everything. We might not even get to everything I want to get to. And Levi made him a great feast in his own house, and there was a great company of publicans and of others that sat down with them. But their scribes and Pharisees murmured against his disciples, saying, Why do you eat and drink with publicans and sinners? And Yahshua answering said unto them, They that are whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. But I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. Remember how we read last week, how the law is not for a righteous man, but for sinners. So our whole purpose, when you around here, it wouldn't make no sense for me to be sitting around teaching a whole bunch of righteous people, now would it? It would be because you transgressors, and it's to get you out of that situation. You know what I'm talking about? That's why he would constantly always add more people to his assembly that he set up so people can be perfected. That at the last day we can all be perfected at the same time. He said, they said unto him, Why do the disciples? Well, that's good. We just see that here because he spoke uprightly, right? Because they don't like to hear that. The people don't like to hear no correction. So they end up hating. See, let's look at Luke chapter 12. 11 actually. About verse 47. Because they say they hate him that speak uprightly. They abhor him that speak in the gate. Woe unto you. Make it 446 or 45. Then answered one of the lawyers, said unto him, Master, thus saying thou, reproach us also? And he said, Woe unto you also, ye lawyers, for you laid men with burdens grievous to be borne, and ye yourselves touch not the burdens with one of your fingers. Woe unto you, for you build the sepulchres of the prophets, and your fathers killed them. Truly you bear witness that you allow the deeds of your fathers, for they indeed killed them, and you build their sepulchres. Therefore also said the wisdom of God, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute, that the blood of all the prophets which was said from the foundation of the world may be required of this generation. Sound like he's speaking right? Or rebuking, actually. For the blood of Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, which perished between the altar and the temple, truly I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation. Woe unto you lawyers, for you have taken away the key of knowledge, ye enter not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered. And as he said these things unto them, the scribes and Pharisees began to urge him vehemently to provoke him to speak many things, laying wait for him, seeking to catch something out of his mouth that they may accuse him, because they hate him that rebuke in the gate. They were upset. They didn't like what he said. They had a problem with it. See, some of y'all got a problem with it when I tell y'all stuff, because you hate the man who rebuked in the gate. Just showing forth you who your daddy is, that you the children of. Acts chapter 20. Let me see if that's what I want in Acts chapter 20. Acts chapter 23, about verse 12. Make it verse 8. Make it verse 9. Because see, them that hate, them that rebuke in the gate, see, they got a problem. See, they got a problem. It ain't good to have this problem here. Acts chapter 23, verse 8. For the Sadducees said that there is no resurrection, neither angel nor spirit. But the Pharisees confessed both. And there was a great cry, and the scribes that were of the Pharisees' part arose and strove, saying, We find no evil in this man. But if a spirit or angel have spoken to him, let us not fight against God. See, if the spirit of the Ruach HaKodesh is in a man, and he's speaking by it, guess who he's fighting against? You see how much sense some people had? Some of y'all ain't got that much sense. Listen what it said now. If a spirit or angel has spoken to him, let us not fight against God. Didn't we already read how he said the Ruach HaKodesh will bring all things to your remembrance what I've spoken unto you? So that means, hold it, praise the Lord. He worked it back in because he gave it to me a little earlier. Come on over here to Exodus chapter 4. Hold what you got in Acts 23. Thank the Lord. Exodus chapter 4. Some of y'all done seen it already, some of you did. Exodus chapter 4, verse 10. Gentlemen, y'all all right? Mouse, y'all all right? Right. You know, we gotta check on Miles. He got a little muscle baby in there. He might have been picked up and bench press. You gotta watch that little muscle baby. That nigga arms more ripped than yours, love. We better tighten up. After service over, I'll let me show you that picture. That little nigga arm ripped. Hey, Casey. Hey, I hear you back there. No, it ain't y'all see. She over here looking crazy. She's in a bag, you know. His auntie. Tighten up on your back throat, nigga. That's what Keisha said. He did too. And he said he's gonna choke slam you next time you see him. Exodus chapter 4, verse 10. And Moses said unto Yah, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of tongue, and of a slow tongue. And Yah said unto him, Who have made man's mouth? Who maketh the dumb or the deaf or the seeing or the blind? Have not I Yah? Because he told you he'd call the dumb to speak, right? I used to be dumb. Then he saw fit to put me in the ministry and put the word in my mouth that I might preach the gospel. I used to be deaf, couldn't hear the word. Some of y'all used to be deaf. Why you think the man say he that have ears, let him hear? Because he told you he come to unstop the ears of the deaf. Hold what you got, Isaiah chapter 29. Y'all bear with me. I know we holding a lot of things, but we got to make this stuff make some sense, don't we? We might not even get into everything in Genesis 49. Might have to pick it up a little bit later on the Sabbath day. Who knows? Isaiah chapter 29, verse 24, listen what he says. They also that err in spirit shall come to understanding. They that murmur shall learn doctrine. Come on back over here a little bit further, because that ain't what I wanted, but that's good. Look at verse 10. He said, For Yah hath poured upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes, and the prophets and your rulers and the seers have he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, Read this, I pray. And he saith, I cannot, because it's sealed. So come on back to Exodus chapter 4. So when you see this man say, I make the dumb, the deaf, and the seeing, or the blind, that man say, I can give you eyes to see, and I can shut them the way you came through. Your mouth can be closed, and I can open your mouth and put right to sound doctrine in it, and you can teach the people. He said you can be deaf and you can't hear the words of the book. He said I can open your ears and you can be able to hear. How many of y'all ears were closed from the books? I know mine were. I ain't know it. But when he saw fit to open my ears, I was able to hear. That's why the man say, ears of God, gentlemen, do what? What the Lord say? He that is of God does what? Hears God's words. He said, you therefore hear them not, because of what? You're not of God. So that means, guess what that means? He had to open your ear to hear that. He said, everyone that is of the truth hear my voice. So if a man don't hear the word, gentlemen, what does that mean? He's not of God. That's a hard pill to swallow, ain't it? So you got to ask yourself, if he allowed you to hear the word, guess what that means? You might possibly could be of God. So if you see you got the opportunity to be of God, Isaiah 29 and 18. That's what I want. If you got an opportunity to be of God, then guess what that means you ought to do? You ought to listen, right? Isaiah 29 and 18. I know I just said Acts, didn't I? Don't tell nobody else. And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. And then we already deal with the wondrous things out of our law, how he opened your eyes to come out of darkness. But now how you see how he calls the man to open the man's ears so he can hear the book. Because go back to Exodus chapter 4, what we dealing with. We ain't going too in depth. We all right. We ain't even rolling. Ain't even been rolling that long. Seems like we've been rolling longer than what it was, at least to me. I'm watching it though. I ain't keep y'all too long. Then up at 10:15, who's sleeping? Ain't the Lord. You sleeping. You look like it. You put some deodorant on. I don't know, I smell onions, boy. You sure? You probably. Talk to me. Exodus chapter 4, verse 10 and 11. He said, Yah said unto him, who have made man's mouth? Who makes the dumb, or the deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I Yah? Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. Deuteronomy chapter 18. Deuteronomy chapter 18. Oh boy. Hey, y'all try to remember, we'll see just for whatever reason. I know it probably ain't gonna work. But just bring the laptop with you on, and we're gonna see if it'll work. I know it ain't, but just for some reason, clicking, we gotta try to see if it'll work. I don't know why it don't work nowhere else. Why anywhere else could be some Wi-Fi. We could take this thing and that Ustream work anywhere else except for the Duval County or Jacksonville Public Library. I don't understand. Now you hips hurting over there? I'm asking because that flow hard, nigga. Shoot, I know. I came from over here a couple times, boy. Hip joint like this hip. I might not be able to squat today. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth. And he shall speak unto him all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require of him. Now Yahshua said, whoever received me, receive him that sent me, right? So that means he would have put his words in that man's mouth, right? So that means God still gonna get you, because you actually should have been receiving my son. Because I taught him what to say. John chapter 12, or John chapter 8. Then to John chapter 12. I don't even think we're going to need John chapter 12. I guess we is going to need it because he took me straight to it. So we'll go with John chapter 8 too. We'll deal with both of them. Y'all need to understand. We might not even get into everything. Apparently it don't even look like we're going to make everything in Genesis chapter 49 tonight though. We might get to make it. He took us in a whole nother direction. We might get there. We might not. That's mine, man. You stealing my stuff. Watch you walk. Got them sticky fingers. There's a restaurant on the beach called Sticky Fingers. I know it. I'm still gonna bust your ball about it though. I'm watching you. I got my eye on you and my good one too. John chapter 8 by verse 28. Remember he told Moses, right? I'll be with your mouth and I'll teach you what you ought to say, right? Then said Yahshua unto them, when you have lifted up the Son of Man, then we see something about those that be on high that lifted up and be what? Brought down low. Then you shall know that I am he and that I do nothing of myself. So when Moses came through, he wasn't doing nothing of himself. He said, man, I can't talk right. He said, I'll tell you what to say. But as my Father hath taught me, I speak these things. Prophet like unto Moses, right? That's what we just read in Deuteronomy, man. Prophet like unto Moses, John chapter 12. Verse 47. Make it 44. How many of y'all knew that for tonight? That man fulfilled every avenue of this book, then. And how we got to make this tie into what Paul talking about in Acts 23, and how they hate him that's in the gate, and how he done divided them in Jacob and scattered them in Israel. We even got the curse be their anger. We'll get to the other stuff, Genesis 49. Maybe the Lord will tomorrow. What did they have to say? But we just dealing with this division. Because y'all going to have to start dividing yourself and realize you're going to walk in the word, it should be a separation. You need to consecrate yourself to Yah. Is you on Yah's side or not? You know what y'all young people like to say? Is you good or not? Is you going to serve God or not? You going to burn in hell or not? Alright. Yahshua cried and said, he that believe on me, believe not on me, but on him that sent me. And he that see him, see me, see him that sent me. So guess what? If I'm preaching the word, then you ain't believed on me. You believed on him that sent me. Which means if you see me, then you saw him. And if you see him, then you see his Father. We just heard the people say, if a spirit or an angel spoke unto him, let us leave him alone, lest we fight against who? Against who, Lord? No, he said God. So guess what? When you fight against me, who you fighting against? And don't you think you ought to go to hell? I come and light into the world that whosoever believe on me should not abide in darkness. If any man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not, for I come not to judge the world, but to save the world. That's what I was telling the brother earlier. When Yahshua came the first time, he didn't come to execute judgment. He came to execute the mercy of salvation and the grace of giving the Ruach HaKodesh. Can we all agree on that? So you know what you're supposed to say? Praise the Lord. Hallelujah for Yahshua, what you come out your mouth. But then don't let it get it twisted, because he says since the judgment is not executed against the evil works speedily, you niggas think you can do what you want to do. Then he mess around and he take you out of here. Then he take you out of here. Because I didn't say, well, if we can't stone people now, what we supposed to do? I stone you with the book. That's the difference. I stone you with the book. So you get to live and you got an opportunity to get it right. Instead of being a dead nigga on the sidewalk, we got to pull you out and bury you somewhere. Sound like a better trade, don't it? That's why you better be glad you were born when you were born. Better be born after the Messiah than before him. A lot of brothers be like, boy, I wish I was living during the time of the Messiah. No, you don't. No, you don't. Let's sit back and be honest. Knowing what y'all know now, do you think you would rather be born when you were born or be born before the man came? Brother, are the men on here right now, Barry and Pell and Qual and Brian, how many of y'all feel like you would rather been born before the Lord came? I'm glad I was born when I was born. We got the better end of the deal. I always forgot to cut this chat on. I be forgetting people be on here. Niggas be typing stuff I don't even know. My cousin was watching on here one time. I ain't never even know what he said nothing. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what Gregory got going on. I'm talking about my people like this here. We real analytical, logical things, especially the men, and we real sarcastic too. We don't cut no games. And it's one thing my people can't stand. And you know what it's the one thing? From y'all that done know me well enough, what's the one thing you think my people can't stand? What you think is one thing we don't tolerate, Glover? I ain't talking about according to the book this period, from what you just see. That too, but we can't stand stupidity.
That's what I meant by person in space.
Yeah, we can't stand stupidity. I'm just being honest with you. Man, look here, man, you ain't never been around my cousin. Boy, stupid people. Boy, my cousin Nisha or Tate, slap off. Lil Muffin don't like stupid people. She just keep it to herself better. Gregory don't like stupid people. Can't stand it. Man, that stuff, man, nigga will snap. Like, man, you see this stupid nigga over here, man. I'm telling you. That's where the sarcasm come from. That's how we get that stupid people. That's where the sarcasm come from. You know, Lil Muffin do a little better. She done tapered it down. She was good at it. You know, I taught her well. Yeah. Dude, Lil Muffin told Tamma that. She wasn't lying. Yeah, no, she said, Pell say, Tamma say, Lil Muffin told her that. We don't like stupid people in our side, and our defense against stupid people was the sarcasm. My people can be real sarcastic. Y'all ain't even heard nowhere near sarcastic I can get. I used to be way worse. I tempered it down a little bit. Sometimes I let you get a little piece out of there now and then. I used to be real worse. Real worse. I'm talking about, I thank the Lord, man, he ain't even let me like this. I wasn't that ill of a nigga. But boy, I could be, I'm talking about, man, I could nigga be like, oh, you arrogant. I ain't gotta be arrogant, man. I just ain't with it. You know what I'm talking about? I just ain't with it. I can relate to anybody. Get around me and be dumb if you want. I'll make you feel about this big. And ain't gotta cuss you out now time. I'm talking about, this is before the word. Ain't even have to use no profanity. Cause it don't make no sense. It's one thing to not know, it's another thing to be stupid. Just don't sit around me and be stupid. I used to get on my homeboys all the time. Don't sit around me being stupid. Just don't make sense. He that reject me and receive not my words have one, that's verse 48, that judge him, the word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me gave me a commandment, what I should say, what I should speak. Same thing with Moses. But hold on, it get better. Go back to Exodus chapter 4. It gets better. I just sit there and show you. If the man done gave me the word to speak it, and you fighting against it, you fighting against God, buddy. I keep telling y'all that, but obviously tonight he had to show y'all that. And the reason why, because you hate him that speak uprightly, and you hate him that rebuke in the gate, would mean you hate God. Exodus chapter 4, verse, see what it is I want here. By verse 14. And the anger of Yah was kindled against Moses. Well, might well be verse 13. He said, O my Lord, send I pray thee by the hand of whom thou wilt send. And the anger of Yah was kindled against Moses. He said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he come forth to meet thee, and when he see thee, he will be glad in his heart. What y'all think that go back to? Who was glad in their heart when somebody walked in the room? Luke chapter 1. Still hold to Acts 23. Luke chapter 1. Luke chapter 1 by verse 40, make it 39. And Mary arose in those days and went into the hill country with haste into a city of Judah, and entered into the house Zacharias and saluted Elizabeth. And it came to pass, and when Elizabeth heard the salutation of Mary, the babe leaped in her womb, and Elizabeth was filled with the Ruach HaKodesh. And she spake out with a loud voice, and said, Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb. Gentlemen, when she said, Blessed art thou amongst women, and the fruit of thy womb, what was she talking about? That was mouse. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Kingston? Kingston got your mouse. Cause he like this here. Cause he said you got well, I don't know. He said you got some food. Say you ain't gonna hide it from him. But y'all see how that baby, she walked in, that baby leaped in her womb, didn't it? But when she just said, Blessed art thou amongst women, why would she say that? You know why would she would say that, Glover? Pale, why you think she said that? Brian and Qual and Barry, why you think she said that? Proverbs chapter 31. Proverbs 31. Think about verse 28. We got one more verse after that that comes to mind again. So we'll read verse 28. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praised her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excel them all. Favor is deceitful, beauty is vain, but a woman that fear Yah, she shall be praised. Sound like Mary feared Yah and she praised. Sound like Mary a virtuous woman, I don't. Because he called her blessed. Because remember, the Ruach HaKodesh was in her, so who was talking? Come on back, and then you see how the baby leaped for joy when he saw him, say, Your brother come meet you. Then come on back to Exodus chapter 4. Y'all already know when John was looking for Yahshua, when he seen him, he met him with joy, right? He said, This is the one who I'm talking about. We right on that? We agree on that, gentlemen? Now let's look at about verse 14 one more time. He said he will be glad in his heart, because John was glad when he seen the Lord. Just like he was glad when he seen the Lord when Mary walked in the womb, because she was carrying him, wasn't it? And thou shalt speak unto him and put words in his mouth. And I will be with thy mouth and with his mouth, and will teach you what you shall do. And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people. He shall be, even he shall be unto thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be unto him instead of God. And thou shalt take his rod in thy hand, wherewith thou shalt do signs. So you know what Moses would be like? He would be the father, and Aaron would be the son. Because I put the words in your mouth to teach you, and you will work signs and wonders, which you shall no wise believe, even though a man told you to. But come on over here to Luke chapter 12, and we get back to Acts chapter 2. Because he said he'll teach you what you ought to say. This will make sense to see when the Lord says certain things, you can get some understanding. Luke chapter 12 by verse 8. I also say unto you, whosoever shall confess me before men, him shall the Son of Man also confess before the angels of God. But he that deny me before men shall be denied before the angels of God. Whosoever shall speak a word against the Son of Man, it shall be forgiven him. But unto him that blasphemes against the Ruach HaKodesh, it shall not be forgiven. You see how the people say, if a spirit done spoke to him, we better leave him alone. And when they shall bring you into the synagogues and unto the magistrates, because I divide you in Jacob and scatter you in Israel, and powers, take you no thought how or what thing you shall answer or what you shall say, for the Ruach HaKodesh shall teach you in the same hour what you ought to say. Same thing we hear in the law. Makes sense why he will come back and tell us that now, wouldn't it? Because he said the Ruach will bring all things to your remembrance of what I said unto you. That's why when me and Paul were talking earlier, and he was telling his brother, he was like, he don't even need to have the Bible with him in front of him. There's no need for me to have it. This man brings all things to remembrance what he said unto me. You know what I'm talking about? Amen. And it's been like that for a good little while too. You know that. You've seen it yourself. Long before I even knew any of them. It's been like this here for a good long while. Pale done seen it. Long before I knew any of y'all. Yourself included. Because it's got to be like this here. Now I know for little women, y'all can't teach no word, but this thing's supposed to be in y'all to direct y'all. Where the word should come to your mind, bringing you what you ought to do and what you not ought to do. What the man done said to you. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, Acts chapter 23. That's what I was telling you, Paul, Lord permit. Your time to be able to do that to come soon. That's what I meant when I told you won't write no lessons down. It won't be immediate, but Lord will. The time will come, you'll be able to do the same thing. Verse 9 again in Acts chapter 23. There arose a great cry. The scribes that were the Pharisees fought arose and strove, saying, we find no evil in this man. But if a spirit or angel has spoken to him, let us not fight against God. And there arose a great dissension, because they divided, right? Because they not that I came to bring peace, but a sword, but division. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot I mentioned before, a lot of Hebrews say we ought to unite. I can't unite with a nigga say he can have 4 wives, and I say it's wrong. I can't unite with somebody that say it's all right to get drunk, and I believe that is wrong. I can't unite with somebody that say you can divorce your wife and marry another while she's living. I can't unite with you. I can't unite with you. I can't unite with somebody that tell you it's okay to commit sin. I definitely can't unite with a nigga that say the Messiah is not Yahshua and that the New Testament is false and to toss it in the garbage. I definitely can't unite with you. That's impossible. Because then I wouldn't be, that means I'd be a partaker of your evil deeds, right? That'd be talking about what we talked about last night, about consent to sin, right? Can't do that. Can't do that. Hey, Pale, that's them just tripping, because I seen somebody just consented with a sinner today. Because I seen Catherine rolling with Josiah. She don't know who he is. I wouldn't mess with him. Because I know him. Not rolling with them like getting the word, but she messing around and invited them to her page. I wouldn't fool with it. See, y'all don't know this man. But if y'all heard him preach, y'all get up and walk out though. I seen people, look, no joke, I ain't trying to be funny. I seen people came to travel on the feast day to be there with this man, to hear this man preach. And these people literally had to stand up in that library to keep from falling asleep because they didn't want to disrespect the Lord because he was putting these people to sleep. Not going to sleep like, oh, we tired and we like this here. Like, what you're teaching does not hold my attention. God knows I can't wait for this to be over. I used to bring little jits from the hood who I used to sit down when I used to go out in the street preaching and teach the word. I told them, I want y'all to come up here while we in here. And them little niggas came in there and they were assuming that I would be preaching. Now I had just met this man, so I didn't really know that much about him. Them niggas in there asleep. Only time they perked their head up when I spoke. Because obviously when I spoke loud enough to shake them up out their sleep. And then their attention was handled. But once he went to talking, right by the street. I ain't playing, I'm dead serious. Pell knowing, Pell learned up under the man. Pell knowing better than I do. That's what he told me. Yeah, he told me I don't like to preach, I like to teach. That's what he told me. But nevertheless, got to be careful with that. It's a great dissension. Verse 10, and the chief captain, fearing lest Paul should have been pulled in pieces of them, commanded the soldiers to go down to take him by force from among them and bring him into the castle. In the night following, the Lord stood by him and said, be of good cheer, Paul, for thou hast testified of me in Jerusalem, so must thou be witness also at Rome. Because if you're of good cheer, that means you got peace because you trust in God. He's everlasting peace because your mind stayed on it. Did he tell you, be of good cheer, my peace I leave unto you? Not the peace that not the sorrow that the world gives. And when it was day, certain of the Jews banded together and bound themselves under a curse, because curse be their anger, because it was fierce. Saying that they would neither eat nor drink till they had killed Paul. You know it dead serious. They say, I ain't gonna eat none until I kill a nigga. They're showing forth who children they is. And there were more than 40 which had made this conspiracy. Because see, you gotta sit back and look at it. We've been dealing with the conspiracy they had to kill the Lord. Because Simeon and Levi conspired to kill that man who defiled died. They waited till all the men were circumcised and they were healed. They went back in that city and killed everybody. Because that's why he said in their anger they slew a man. That's what that's referring to. Somebody laid with their sister Dinah. He really liked her. He really wanted her. He said, oh, so you gonna make my sister out of whore, huh? He said, yeah, we'll give her to you. He said, just let everybody here be circumcised. And they did. While they were healing up, the nigga went through there and killed him. Every last man there. Ain't spent nobody. And walked off like, and what? I still say ain't no whore. That's how serious they was about it. Y'all didn't know Jacob had a daughter, did you? You knew Jacob had a daughter? Yeah, he had a daughter, a man died. Yeah, he had a daughter. Did you know that? Long ago. Come on, you do it? He had a daughter, man died. We'll deal with it probably. We'll go into it now. But we ain't gonna finish everything in Genesis 49 tonight. What we started. I already know we ain't gonna get right. We'll deal with the first half of it about their anger slaying a man, and then we'll take y'all in. That sounds like a plan, y'all. We'll deal with that later. Because we ain't gonna be able to get it. He just took us in a different language than what I had in my mind as well. He said there were more than 40 which had made this conspiracy, and they came to the chief priests and elders and said, we have bound ourselves under a great curse, and we will eat nothing until we have slain Paul. All Paul was doing was speaking uprightly, wasn't it? Now therefore ye with counsel signify to the chief captain that he bring him down unto you tomorrow, as though you were inquiring something more perfectly concerning him, and we, or ever he come near, already to kill him. And when Paul's sister's son heard of their lying in wait, he went and entered into the castle and told Paul. Then Paul come one of the centurions unto him and said, bring this young man unto the chief captain, for he have a certain thing to tell of him. So he took him and brought him to the chief captain and said, Paul the prisoner called me unto him and prayed me to bring this young man unto thee, who has said something to say unto me. Then the chief captain took him by the hand and went with him aside privately and asked him, what is this that thou hast to tell me? He said, the Jews have agreed to desire that thou would bring down Paul tomorrow to the council, as though they would inquire somewhat of him more perfectly. But do not thou yield unto them. You heard what he said? Don't yield unto him. Why would you think he would tell them not to yield unto him? For they lie in wait for him, more than 40 men, which have bound themselves with an oath, that they will neither eat nor drink till they have killed him, and now they are ready, looking for a promise of him. Now why would you think that he would sit there and tell them not to lie and wait for innocent blood? Because we know they did it to the Lord, right? Let's look at Exodus chapter 23. Then we look at Proverbs 1. We'll go to Proverbs 1 because he took me straight to it. Proverbs 1 verse 2. He took me straight to it, so we'll deal with that first. Proverbs 1 straight to it. Everybody all right? Everybody good? Everybody good? My boy, go.
Yeah, what 10?
Proverbs 1 and 2. He said, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us work privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave and whole as those that go down into the pit. And look what he said, we shall find all precious substance, we shall fill our houses with spoil. Because their strength is spoil, right? Cast in our lot among us and let us all have one person. And that's talking about Judas. We done went through this before. They're talking about Judas. Remember he said you consent with a thief? And they all cast their lot in one person, get his man 30 pieces of silver to lay in wait for innocent blood so they can take his inheritance, which was Israel was. So they say the Romans gonna come and take away our place of nation. He said, my son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood, and they lurk privily for their own lives. So get what he told them. When y'all sitting there doing this, you laying in wait to kill yourself, nigga. Because he said he would strengthen the spoils against the fortress, right? So if they laying in wait for their own blood, let his blood be upon our children's children. And I'm going to come back and kill you. So that means I'm going to come back and I'm going to destroy it. And that's also talking about the destruction of the temple. Because their strength was in the house, in the temple of Yahweh. Matthew chapter 24, verse 1. Matter of fact, before we read that there, Jeremiah chapter 26. Make sure that's what I want. Jeremiah 26. It might be 27. Oh, but that's good though. This something to bring something to your remembrance. Y'all done heard it before. Jeremiah 20. Yep. All right, heard that. We appreciate you. Jeremiah 26, verse 7. Matter of fact, make it verse 5. Matter of fact, make it verse 3. I got to go to verse 2. Maybe just verse 1. Because this pertains to some of all this stuff y'all been hearing tonight. In the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, came this word from Yah, saying, thus saith Yah, stand in the court of Yah's house and speak unto all the cities of Judah which come to worship in Yah's house all the words that I command thee to speak unto them, diminish not a word. Y'all be wondering, I ain't gonna take nothing away from what this man said when he said y'all. If so be they will hearken and turn every man from his evil way, that I may repent me of the evil which I purpose to do unto them because of the evil of their doing. Thou shalt say unto them, thus saith Yah, if you will not hearken to me to walk in my law which I have set before you, to hearken to my words of my servant the prophet, whom I sent unto you, both rising up early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened. You see how he said to hearken to the words that I gave these men? Now why you not hearkening to the words that he gave his men who rising up early and sending them to you? It ain't like he ain't sent them to you. Because you know what I'm talking about? He sent me to find y'all. He said the man come see y'all the sheep. He says that I will make this house like Shiloh and will make this city a curse to all the nations of the earth. So the priests and the prophets and all the people heard Jeremiah speaking these words in the house of Yah. And now it came to pass when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking all that Yah commanded him to speak unto all the people, the priests and the prophets and all the people took him, saying, thou shalt surely die. He told him, you know what he meant when he told him that he would make this house like Shiloh? Y'all know what that meant? The first house of God was in Bethel and it was in Shiloh, and he destroyed it. So when he said that, he was telling them, we're going to destroy the temple. Because y'all fortress is the temple. You think that's your defense is this building. When your defense was your obedience to God's word, that's your defense. And why he said, why hast thou prophesied in the name of Yah, saying, this house shall be like Shiloh, and this city shall be desolate without inhabitant? All the people were gathered against Jeremiah in the house of Yah. All the people were gathered against Yahshua, wasn't it? When the princes of Judah heard these things, they came up from the king's house unto the house of Yah, and sat down in the entry of the new gate of Yah's house. Then spake the priests and prophets unto the princes and all the people, saying, this man is worthy of death, for he hath prophesied against this city, as ye have heard with your ears. Then spake Jeremiah to all the princes, all the people, saying, Yah sent me to prophesy against this house and against this city, all the words that you've heard. Therefore now amend your ways and doings, and obey the voice of Yah your God. Yah will repent him of the evil which he pronounced against you. As for me, behold, I'm in your hand. Do with me as seems good and meet unto you. Yahshua said you wouldn't have no power against me unless it was delivered unto you. He said, he that delivered unto you got the greater thing. See, Jeremiah fit in that same template, don't it? But know ye for certain that if you put me to death, you shall surely bring innocent blood upon yourselves and upon this city and upon the inhabitants thereof. For of a truth, Yah has set me unto you to speak all these words in your ear. Then Yahshua said, when y'all get finished with me, I'm going to bring all the blood of all the righteous men upon Jerusalem and upon your head. Because they hate him that will speak uprightly and rebuke in the game. See, the people had a problem with Moses for that same time. Now, how are we going to turn back around and follow that same pattern? That make any sense to y'all? Matthew chapter 24. We got good time. Quab, if it go out, man, if you could get on the stream up, you know the channel just assembly of the firstborn if it dies. Yeah, I know if you had got it tightened it up yet. I seen when you said he broke. I heard that. Well, Lord will, I try to get with you sometime full service tomorrow afternoon or afterwards. Matthew 24 and 1, and Yahshua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahshua said unto them, say ye not all these things? Truly I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Then one of the accusations and people said that he would destroy the temple and build it in 3 days. Because he said the strong will bring down the fortress. You know what that fortress was? See, we were encapsulated by death. He had to break the stronghold. Had to break the stronghold. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Or is it chapter 5? We finna get ready to round it up. We ain't even get to what I want. I know I got to finish their anger being cursed. Let me make sure that's what I want. Could be 1 Corinthians. It's one thing I'm gonna show you out the law. If you die out, quad before it happen, our Lord will, I will show it to you. I will show it to you. Because I want y'all to catch this here. It's just something tying out the law. It came to me when I was talking to the men out there earlier today. But you know, we got to sit back and look at some things. How are we going to sit here and say we are God and hate the man that rebuke in the gate? Hate the man that speak uprightly. You know what I'm talking about? So we got to sit back and look at it. We actually fight against God. See, that'd be one of the things when you can do stuff and you don't know what you're doing. You don't have an idea of what you get yourself into, what you involve yourself in, and you've been done got yourself in trouble. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. We trying to spare you from the trouble. We're just trying to spare you from the trouble. We just read last week in Psalm 19 about all these things your servant is warned. And that by keeping them there is a great reward. But y'all just think I'm just being an old nasty nigga. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 2. But I beseech you, that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some. When think of us as if we walked according to the flesh. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Because I divide you in Jacob and scatter you in Israel. You're going to have to start making division between the flesh and the spirit. He said, I tell you, walk in the spirit and not in the flesh. For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and you do not the things that you ought. The reason why you do the things that you can't, you're not supposed to do, is because you continue to let the flesh win because you walk in it. For all weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Because the fortress is a stronghold, right? It's for defense. Well, guess what? The strong done came against the fortress to pull that down, to pull back the sin, to pull back the death, that you might be saved. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of the Messiah. Now you need to start doing the things that exalt themselves against God's word, so you can bring them thoughts into the obedience of the word. Or else you're not going to make it. But 2 Corinthians, matter of fact, Deuteronomy chapter 13. Then we'll go look and see what we need to clean up in Genesis 49. I'm going to let y'all go. This is what I'm talking about right here, for all. This is what the problem is. You all right over there? Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1. Y'all do know in Revelation 19 and 10 that it says the testimony of Yahshua is the spirit of prophecy, right? His phone died right when it got to the point where we got to deal with it. I'll get it to him tomorrow. You all right? Deuteronomy 13 and 1, everybody. If there arose among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and give thee a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder come to pass, wherefore he spake unto these things, let us go after other gods which thou hast known, and let us serve them. Remember, who coming with some signs and wonders? That false prophet by that beast, right? Thou shalt not hearken to the words of that prophet, or that dreamer of dreams. For Yah your God prove you to know whether you love Yah your God with all your heart, with all your soul. You shall walk after Yah your God and fear him and keep his commandments and obey his voice. You shall serve him and cleave unto him. If you cleave unto him, what would that make you? Join. One. You'll have to sanctify yourself. 2 Corinthians chapter 11. 2 Corinthians chapter 11. We appreciate y'all riding with us. We about 2 hours in and we appreciate y'all. Second Corinthians chapter 11. See, Eve did that same thing, hearkening to that dreamer of dreams, telling her to do something different than what she was told. See, some of y'all let somebody come in and said y'all move y'all off from doing something that you were told. And you know who that person is? Your own self. You're your own worst enemy. You're your biggest problem. Would to God, verse 1, would to God you could bear with me a little in my folly, indeed bear with me. For I am jealous over you. Y'all be wondering why I get upset. When you're jealous over somebody, you get a little perturbed and you get a little upset, right? Y'all wonder why I be jealous over you. Like this here, I don't want you to commit sin. I want you to be a God, not a devil. Over you with a godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to the Messiah. But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that's in the Messiah. For if he that come that preach another Yahshua, whom we have not preached, or receive another spirit, which you have not received, or another gospel, which you have not accepted, you might bear well with him. Don't that sound like what we just read in the Law of the Say bring you another Yahshua, that means they bringing you another prophet. Because the testimony of Yahshua is the spirit of prophecy. This man said, you better not hearken to him. Paul telling you the same thing. That's why I pay to know the law. Pay to know it. But this stuff makes sense. So you know what that tells us? That means if somebody come preaching another Yahshua, that means you wouldn't hearken unto it, would you? You know why you wouldn't hearken unto it? Because you know his voice. But Lord, we'll deal with a little bit of that there. Somebody, I know you was on there, you already heard about that Wednesday night, didn't you? This nigga over here rocking when she got some music playing in the You all right? You ain't got to say a word.
I'm listening. I see how you're talking.
Yeah, but you ain't got to say the word. Come on back to Genesis 14. Y'all got to learn to have some nonverbal communication. So when we look at Genesis 49 about cursed be their anger for it was fierce and their wrath because it was cruel. They killed the man, right? They killed Yahshua, right? These same men who were against him. John chapter 7. Because he said they were divided. John chapter 7. It's almost over. It ain't even early. It ain't but finna be 11 o'clock. John chapter 7, about verse 40. Many of the people, therefore, when they heard this saying, said, of a truth, this is the prophet. Others said, this is the Messiah. But some said, shall the Messiah come out of Galilee? Have not the scripture said that the Messiah come out of the seed of David and out of the town Bethlehem where David was? So there was division among the people because of him, and some of them would have taken him, but no man laid hands on him. Because they had some anger. They were angry with this man and they were divided. You just read where this man said, I'll divide you and Jacob and scatter you in Israel. He got to divide the people. Because he says light came and darkness didn't comprehend it. Light and darkness separated, ain't it? 2 Corinthians chapter 6. That means we got to be separated. It's time to start separating yourself. And most importantly, separating yourself from your own thoughts. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Some of y'all, the reason why you can't get right, because you ain't separated yourself from your own way. Thank the Lord. After this, Hosea chapter 10, verse 12. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? How righteousness and unrighteousness going to agree together? What communion have light with darkness? What concord have the Messiah with Belial? And what part have he with an infidel? And what agreement have the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God. As God hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them. I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate. Saith Yahweh. Touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, will be a father unto you, and you shall be my sons and daughters, saith Yahweh Almighty. So guess what? For you to be divided, that means you're going to have to come out from amongst them, man. You can't continue to be sitting up under these people living crazy. Hold on, we got to get lost. Does it make sense? It makes sense to be separate. It makes sense to be joined to stupidity. I'm talking about with your own self. Ain't even with outside people. Because he said don't touch the unclean thing. And some of y'all touching unclean things in your heart. Because your heart telling you to touch this and touch that. Because he said it's not what goeth in a man that defiles him, but what come out of him, right? So that means the stuff that's in your heart that's defiling you, that would mean you need to remove it then, don't it? Because then he will not be able to receive you. And you know one of the things that he said to do it? Pride. And a lot of y'all, that's your problem. You're proud. Too proud to humble yourself. That's why you hate him that rebuke in the gate and hate and abhor him that speak uprightly. That was what this people's problem was 2,000 years ago. That's what our forefathers' problem was in the wilderness. That's why they killed all the prophets, because of their pride. I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing. That's why he said those that are in darkness hate the light. I don't want to hear what this nigga got to say. Why do you think he said those that are in darkness hate light? I hate him that speak right. It'll show that I'm evil and I'm wrong. I hate this nigga. I hate him. That's what it is. Back to Genesis 49 about cursed be their anger. Cursed be their anger. Because he said anger rests in the bosom of fools. And you know fools will not enter into the highway of Kodesh. He says anger was fearful, they were cruel. Now why y'all think he said their anger would be cursed? Let's look at Exodus chapter 20. We're going to get ready to wrap them on up. I ain't keep y'all much longer. Exodus chapter 20. Because they laid wait for innocent blood. Y'all supposed to be putting that together. Ain't that what we read already? They laid wait for innocent blood. We got to look at Exodus 23 too. I know I called for that and it slipped my mind. Exodus 23 verse 1. We still go to Exodus 20. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. That sounds like that's some cursed anger, right? Because there's some people put their hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness against the Lord. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Them 40 men that wanted to kill Paul was following the multitude, wasn't it? Same way a multitude came up against Yahshua. All because Yahshua and Paul spoke right and correctly. He said, and neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment. Verse 6. Or verse 7. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and the righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. Now we need to just look at that period. Don't y'all know God's not going to justify you either? Why would God validate you? Why would he validate you for committing sin? Why would he validate you for your disobedience? Exodus chapter 20. Verse 13. See, that nigga earlier was trying to play that role, talking about you wasn't supposed to stone people because then God be telling people to kill people. He said, thou shalt not kill. It ain't killing if I'm telling you to execute judgment. This man say, when these people did this, you laying in wait for your own blood. You don't sit back and realize when you round here disobedient to the man of God and disobedient to the word, you actually laying in wait for your own blood. You actually killing yourself. Then we read out that man say, Israel, you destroyed thyself, but in me is your help. Your help's in the word. If you can help yourself, the man wouldn't have no need to give you a pastor. He wouldn't have no need to give you a teacher. You'd be able to help yourself. If you know you couldn't help yourself, why you won't listen to who the man sent you to help you? When we just read what a man say, I didn't come to call the righteous. I came to call the sinners. Physicians don't heal those that are whole, but them that are sick. Thou shalt not kill. So these people done did something. Because he said their anger was cruel. Their anger, what do you think they were angry about, Jim? What do you think they were angry about? If their anger came from because of what? They wanted what belonged to God. See, y'all wasn't on there Wednesday night. I probably none of y'all. I know you were. But that man said, and I knew why you couldn't be. So it's understandable on your end. Just because it wasn't set up for, you was there Thursday, like he asked right then, so there was no way you could make provision for that. You know what I'm talking about? Plus he had airtime scheduled for yesterday and today, because he had 2 debates. That's why he scheduled it for Wednesday, not Thursday, like he did last time. Because he had airtime already scheduled. When you sit back and you look at it, them men wanted to take the vineyard of Nabal. And which was showing a similitude of these people. See, hold on. Deuteronomy chapter 19. I'm going to show you why their anger was fierce and they were cursed for it. Make sure that's what I want. Thank the Lord. Deuteronomy chapter 19. Let's look at about verse 2. Look what he said. Well, make it verse 9. If thou shalt keep all the commandments to do them which I command thee this day, to love Yahweh thy God and to walk ever in his ways, then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee besides these 2. And we'll deal with the city of refuge, Lord will, sooner rather than later. I wanted to deal with it tonight, but he didn't take me in that direction. That innocent blood be not shed in our land. So when Yahshua was killed, was not innocent blood shed, which Yah thy God give thee for an inheritance, and so blood be upon thee. Blood was on them people wondering, because they said, let his blood be on us and our children's children. You shed innocent blood. We just heard about Jeremiah say, if you kill me, you surely shed innocent blood, because I said I will destroy this thing. Look at about verse 14. Hold on. Matter of fact, stay where we at in verse 11. But if any man hate his neighbor and lie in wait for him, and rise up against him and smite him mortally, that he die, and flee into one of these cities, then the elders of the city shall send and fetch him thence and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, that he may die. Thy eye shall not pity him, but thou shalt put away the guilt of innocent blood from Israel, that it may go well with thee. Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in thy inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that Yah thy God give thee to possess it. So when he said they laid in wait for their own blood, it's because they tried to take Yahshua's inheritance. Like they tried to take Naboth, which was showing you about the Lord. You heard the people say, they lied and wait for innocent blood. He said, I got to send the avenger to kill him. Y'all already been taught who the avenger is. Yahshua, the city of refuge, and the avenger of blood at the same time. At the same time. And Lord forbid, we'll deal with the avenger of blood in the city of refuge in more detail. But he the avenger at the same time. They say take him to the avenger that we might kill him. What you think gonna happen to the people who said his blood be on our children's children? What you think gonna happen to you when that same spirit is in a man whom he sent and you don't want to hear what he said? You innocent, you guilty of innocent blood, you gonna hear. That's rough right there. That's something to consider there, ain't everybody? That's something to weigh out in your mind, ain't it? Now talk to me now. We'll get in that more in depth. But let's look at anger. They anger with curse because they wanted something that didn't belong to them. Jeremiah chapter 11. Got a couple more spots. I'll let y'all go. They number a little bit after 11. Ain't like y'all got nowhere to go. You have 48 hours on the Sabbath. As soon as the sun go down Saturday night, some of you niggas ain't gonna wait to go cut a road. I be like this here. I might mess around still be preaching. Who knows? Forever grind. I just don't grind what some of y'all grind. When it comes to the word, you look crazy if you want it. I stay with you. You can look what you want. I've been preaching hard for the last week. Not just twice with y'all. I've been going pale my witness. He know, because every time I got to go, I call him. Don't bow down to me, bow down to God. Seeing that I'm just a man. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that was bell drop. You know? We be grinding, man. We got to do what we got to do, man. The word got to be free. Word got to be free. Soul got to be saved. You know what I'm talking about? And we appreciate the viewer this evening. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all sitting here. Sitting there looking like a 3-year-old. What, you want to fight or something? Yeah, you both. You both want to fight. I ain't got no problem fighting, you know. Just let me know the time and the place. Hold on, y'all. Just let me know the time and the place when you want to go. I'll knock you out. Punch you right in your mouth. No laughing after me. Yeah, I knock niggas out on general principle. Oh. Yeah, I know. Hold on, give me this before we read it. Let me get that Hosea chapter 2. For the Jeremiah 11. It slipped my mind just that fast. I want you to read the Hosea chapter 2. Because this was some of y'all problem here. It's just what some of y'all problem is. I say thank the Lord. Maybe he love you enough to turn you from your way. Hosea chapter 10 verse 12. Sow to yourselves in righteousness. Reap in mercy and break up your fallow ground. Trying to start breaking up them strongholds in your mind and cast down them imaginations of that thing that rise up against God. For it is time to seek Yah till he come and rain righteousness upon you. So it's time for you to seek your God till he can rain the Spirit on you. Then Yahshua say, seek and ye shall find. Seek after me might give you what you're looking for. You have plowed wickedness, you have reaped iniquity, you've eaten the fruit of lies, because thou did trust in thy way, in the multitude of thy mighty men. That's what a lot of y'all problem is. You trust in your way, you don't trust in God's way. You can open your mouth and say you trust in God's way, or I keep the Sabbath, I don't do this here. But your actions continually show you trust in what you want to do, and not what God says do. You trust in your way, you don't trust in the way, which is Yahshua the Messiah. You don't trust in the way of Kodesh. Shows. Because you wouldn't say it's saying that you say you wouldn't do the things that you do. So that shows you divided in Jacob. He's going to scatter you in Israel. Because remember, Israel and Yahshua, he's going to do the scattering. Because he said the people going to flee away from his face. So I consider Jeremiah chapter 11. We deal with their anger being cursed and what happened to that cursed anger. Jeremiah chapter 11 verse 1. The word that came to Jeremiah from Yah saying, hear ye the words of this covenant. Say the word that I speak unto you, that same word of judgment. Speak unto the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and say thou unto them, thus saith Yah of Israel, cursed be the man that obey not the words of this covenant. Because he said, if any man obey not my words, he don't love me, and the wrath of God abide upon this man. John the Baptist told you that in John the 3rd chapter. Yahshua told him that in Mark 10. Don't obey this covenant, you're going to be cursed. Matthew chapter 25. About verse 40. Matter of fact, make it 31. Matthew chapter 25, verse 31. Y'all just bear with me. We almost to the end. It's almost over. Y'all bear with me. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory and all the Kodesh angels with him, then he shall sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divides his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Drop down to verse 41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Because if the blood's on them, they cursed, ain't them? So he divided them in Jacob and he scattered them in Israel. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah for Yahshua. That's good. I appreciate y'all this evening. I appreciate y'all.